Sweet. Okay, so this is the inner workings of a JVC model XL-M401 BK. So it's a model 401 from June 1989. This uses the, this uses the cartridge stack that you would see in the CD changer in the back of a lot of cars from the 80s and the 90s. Now this is going to document kind of what I did to fix the mechanism and just document how it works because it's kind of cool. So let's power on this machine. See, everything's good. It just did a seek test. Notice there's no cartridge slot in here. I believe my CD is in disc 1. So we'll slide this, it says this side up, in the front of it. And then on the front, sorry about my fingers, we're going to go till we hit disc 6, which then it will pull in the disc and start playing it. Easy, right? To eject and or cancel, just hit the button, it'll toss it there, then lower itself. Eject is one more mechanism, it'll pull a pop handle right here on the side. Now, on the bottom there's a 1, 2, 3 to kick your CD back out of this thing if it ever gets stuck. I didn't try that when I got this, it just went straight to popping it open and making it work. But now the issue I had with this is that someone had managed to, I don't know, the process of trying to get other CD out or what, this side ended up being, this whole thing was way torqued. It was twisted like that, which caused this motor and this rubber band down here to slip a whole crap ton and not let the mechanism for pulling stuff out work more than once. What happened is it would try, besides it being torqued weird, it would try to pull, it could pull things out, get into here, and then when it tried to push things back in, because it was twisted weird, in the end of the cartridge, it would try to slide into like a top slot and a bottom slot, like it'd be cat corner. So what you need to do is you need to take this keeper nut off, and then very carefully level the bed out while you're paying attention. Hold that with like your pinky finger, and then put this gear back on, wedge it onto this hook, and then pick this hook up with, I used a pair of tweezers with bent arms, and then slide the gear back on and put the ring keeper back on. Once this guy is level, all of this should be fine. I mean, there's quite a bit of slack in this rubber band, which I got to replace them eventually, but like it's more than enough torque to pick this thing up and get your discs in and out. So, what you'll notice though is it will pick out if it's just slightly torqued, like by one click on each side. If you choose disc 6, it'll pull it out, drop a little bit. You'll see it drop, lopsided really bad. But what happens is when that one might go back in, and then it'll get stuck on this little metal arm right here. You can just wedge this thing back up, and it'll slide your disc all the way back in. Because the twist gets worse the farther it goes down, if you go down to, say, disc 1, when it gets way down here, it'll try to pull that sucker out, and when it gets back in, it's just going to jam everything up in here, and this motor's going to squeal. So I don't know how common these CD players are anymore, but this seems like fairly common issue for them. Yeah. So until then, this is me repairing my CD players. Thanks. Bye.